I do that voice? That was a little not great, to be quite honest. Oh well. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, I should probably also change my stream title, because this is something different. Am I downloading something on Steam? Ah, I am. Let's go ahead and pause that, little doggy. Conan Exiles was 45 gigs? What the heck? I wonder why it wasn't done by the time I was. Anyways. Alrighty, that should be better now. Okay, we're live. Let's go ahead and do the thing. Start with this. Go ahead and do this, and... Alright. Hey Austin, how are you? I was about to do my intro, so I'm going to do that. Welcome everybody to the stream. This is a Catholic gaming stream. That means there'll be... Hi Roswav as well. How are you? How are both of you? That means there will be prayer about once every hour, and discussion about going-ons in the church. There will also be discussions about the games played. Fit theologically wise with church teachings as we play them. This is a stream for everyone, but we ask that you be respectful to everyone here. If you have a question about the church, please feel free to ask. I'm only a layperson, however, so I may need to find the answer by asking my priest. Doing research or calling Catholic Answers live. As such, that may take time. And I am doing pretty well, Roswav. It's a quiet week. Finally. I like my job. I do, but I was told 50% travel, and it's definitely not 50% travel. Hello there, Mr. Bushido. It's three people that played TF2. Oh, there's two people. Unless I include myself. Oh, are you? Can you stream that by yourself, Austin? Let's see. Let's see. If you have a prayer request, please feel free to post it. There you go. If you're looking for other streaming channels run by Catholics, there is Interceptor's My Dog Productions, who is currently doing games. Yes, good. Interceptor is currently doing games. That is descriptive. Give me 1 second, I'm cleaning my glasses. Games. She likes dragons and clowns. And, let's see, other games. She likes fantasies that are final. She also happens to her own personal blog related to the faith. I'm going to go ahead and keep cleaning my glasses here for a second, so I'm not actually going to do shoutouts. Like, unless somebody wants to do them with the bot, that'd be groovy. Let's see. There's also Fortitude, who is primarily a Battle Royale player, as well as a swell guy. He also happens to have the podcast, Bad Catholic Dads, which is currently on hiatus, but is planning to come back eventually. There is also Bearded Blevins, who is primarily... Thank you, Punch! I appreciate that! How are you tonight? My other emote should be ready, but apparently it's not, and that's starting to upset me, actually. Like, I don't know why my other emote isn't ready, and now I can't even find my other emote. Good. Everything has fallen apart. That is how we like it here. Beard Blevins, who's also a theology teacher, as we were going on, next to the Punching, who is currently doing Xenosaga 2 after a break. What other games does Punch do? Does he do games? I'm doing BoJack Horseman. I need to stop. Also, Punch, just because I'm not doing the stream's still going, right? I'm saying that it is, but now I'm not positive. Okay. Just making sure. Let's see. Also Punch, because I'm not playing Super Mario Maker 2 tonight. And I'll be honest, I kind of got this soundboard going just for you. This one in particular. I'm gonna play the sound real quickly as soon as I find it. Let's see. Yep, there it is. We should be good to go. Well, as soon as it plays, that is. Why is it not playing desktop audio? That's making me angry. That's making me very angry. It's not technically a soundboard yet. It'll be a soundboard eventually. Do I have to unmute it from this angle? Well, it's playing from there. Why is this not working? Ah! Let's try this again. Hi, Gabriel. How are you?
I'm the trash man. I come out, I throw trash all over the
game,
and then I start eating garbage. And then I pick up the trash can and I bash the guy on the head.
Oh, that's gonna be a disaster.
There we go, Punch. I got that sound just for you for Super Mario Maker 2. I hope you enjoy it. Speaking of Punch, you're welcome. Speaking of Punch, he is doing Xenosaga 2, Zelda, other games? Yes. Okay, I'm getting... My brain is not fully here tonight, as I think you can all tell. Just Zelda. All the Zeldas. He was doing Time Spinners, not Time Splitters. And other Metroidvanias. I believe that the last two people are... Matt317, who is doing Bloodstained, and then that Catholic Gamer dude who's currently on indefinite hiatus due to having 2 children, but is planning to come back at some point eventually. Thank you very much. God bless, and remember that God loves each and every one of you. Go and sin no more. Now, that before we actually get into almost end game for Octopath Traveler, let's do the readings for today for July 1st, 2019. The first this is for Monday, the 13th week in Ordinary Time. The first reading for today is from Genesis chapter 18, verse 16 through 33. Abraham and the men who had visited him by the terebinth of Mamre set out from there and looked down toward Sodom. Abraham was walking with them to see them on their way. The Lord reflected, "Shall I hide from Abraham what I am about to do, now that he is to become a great and populous nation, and all the nations of the earth are to find blessing in him? Indeed, I have singled him out, so that he may direct his children and his household after him, to keep the way of the Lord, by doing what is right and just, so that the Lord may carry him into effect for Abraham, the promises he made about him." Then the Lord said, "The outcry against Sodom and Gomorrah is so great, and their sin is so grave, that I must go down and see whether or not their actions fully correspond to the cry against them that comes to me. I mean to find out." While the 2 men walked on farther towards Sodom, the Lord remained standing before Abraham. Then Abraham drew nearer to him and said, "Will you sweep away the innocent with the guilty? Suppose there were 50 innocent people in the city. Would you wipe out the place rather than spare it, for the sake of the 50 innocent people within it? Far be it from you to do such a thing, to make the innocent die with the guilty, so that the innocent and the guilty would be treated alike. Should not the judge of all the world act with justice?" The Lord replied, "If I find 50 innocent people in the city of Sodom, I will spare the whole place for their sake." Abraham spoke up again. "See how I am presuming to speak to my Lord, though I am but dust and ashes. What if there are 5 less than 50 innocent people? Will you destroy the whole city because of those 5? He answered, "I will not destroy it if I find 45 there." But Abraham persisted, saying, "What if only 40 are found there?" He replied, "I will forbear doing it for the sake of 40. Then Abraham said, "Let not my Lord grow impatient if I go on. What if only 30 are found there?" He replied, "I will forbear doing it if I can find but 30 there." Still, Abraham went on, "Since I have thus dared to speak to my Lord, what if there are no more than 20? He answered, "I will not destroy it for the sake of the 20, but he still persisted. Please let not my Lord grow angry if I speak up this last time. What if there are at least 10 there? He replied, "For the sake of those 10, I will not destroy it." The Lord departed as soon as he had finished speaking with Abraham, and Abraham returned home. The psalm for today is Psalm 103. Thank you, Gabriel, for the subscription before we move on to the psalm. And Austin, that's probably just honestly so Adam could happen to understand, or not, Abram could happen to understand it. So obviously God is omnipotent, but it's just for the understanding of. Thank you as well, Gabriel. I appreciate that. Oh, wait, he did that. I'm getting confused. All right, we're moving back on to Psalm 103. The Lord is kind and merciful. Bless the Lord, O my soul. In all my being, bless his holy name. Bless the Lord, O my soul, and forget not all his benefits. The Lord is kind and merciful. He pardons all your iniquities. He heals all your ills. He redeems your life from destruction. He crowns you with kindness and compassion. The Lord is kind and merciful. Merciful and gracious the Lord. Slow to anger and abounding in kindness. He will not always chide, nor does he keep his wrath forever. The Lord is kind and merciful. Not according to our sins does he deal with us, nor does he requite us according to our crimes. For as the heavens are high above the earth, so surpassing is his kindness toward those who fear him. The Lord is kind and merciful. Alleluia, alleluia. If today you hear his voice, harden not your hearts. Alleluia, alleluia. The gospel for today is from Matthew chapter 8, verse 18 through 22. When Jesus saw a crowd around him, he gave orders to cross to the other shore. A scribe approached and said to him, "Teacher, I will follow you wherever you go." Jesus answered him, "Foxes have dens, and birds of the sky have nests, but the Son of Man has nowhere to rest his head." Another of his disciples said to him, "Lord, let me go first and bury my father." But Jesus answered him, "Follow me, and let the dead bury their dead." The gospel of the Lord. Praise be to you, Lord Jesus Christ. Father, Son, Holy Spirit, amen. To actually get into that a little bit further, Austin, I would assume that it did happen to be for Abram's sake, honestly. Due to the fact that he could see that while obviously sin is bad, if there did happen to be just a couple of good men, which aside from Lot, I would assume there wasn't. Obviously, since, next chapter, Sodom and Gomorrah kind of got vaporized just a little bit. Basically just to show that maybe Roswell, I would say that, but considering that Lot's daughters got him drunk so as to sleep with him, so as to carry on the family line, I'm not so sure about that, but I can't judge somebody either. Thank you, Roswell. Apparently Sodom is a bad word now. Not sodomy, Sodom. Good job, Twitch. Yeah, I was gonna say, I think the only technically good person there would be Lot. Oh hey, my second tier emote is supposed to be here. For some reason it's not appearing on my... Wait, maybe it will now since I refreshed. Nope. Whatever. I should do story. Yes, before I fall asleep. Especially as drink 2 beer. I drink 2 beer now. There was a lot, and that was about it, I think, Punch. You're right. Technically, I was going to say Lot got out, and his wife would have gotten out if she had not turned around. And then there's... Who's the last one I'm thinking of? Technically his daughters as well, so... While his daughters... I would assume that Lot got out because Lot was genuinely good. And, I would assume that his daughters got out because of Lot, honestly. Because, Yeah, Punch is right. Follow God. Don't make stupid mistakes. Stupid, simple instructions. But, you know, we kind of are really bad with instructions. What's that? Don't worship any other gods? Oh no, Moses has been gone 5 minutes. Quick, somebody make a golden bull. A rock fall, no way round, but this is not recent. By the length of the shoots growing on it, I'd say... Say-e? I'd say-e 2 moons ago. Grrr.
So then...
Remember us? Let's see. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you have a good point, Austin. The sad thing is, while we make fun of them, we're not exactly that. We kind of see that in our day and age ourselves with but not the exact same, but you know, modernized, and it's like, man, do we just never learn from our mistakes or what? Rememberest thou this place? Is this where thou leftest him? Grrr. I think, yeah, like it was 40 days, I think. I think it was 40 days, Bunch, if I remember correctly. It was a fairly significant amount of time, but at the same time, they'd literally seen God and like, commandments? Who needs those commandments? So, I mean, you're not wrong, but yeah. Shh. I do not mean it like that, little one. Thou hast hastenest all the way to the village for help. Thou didst not betrayest him, Hagen. Grrr. Rawr. I need to get better at memorizing the Bible is the thing that I need to do now, honestly. As I've read it twice now. I'm working my 3rd time. Thou wilt turn back and searching for another path. There is no way past this rock slide. That much is certain. Well, I think I'm doing a little bit of Shrek with Australian here. Crikey! Listen, my girl. Hunting isn't just about sticking arrows into a monster's hide. Sometimes the lion setteth itself against thee, and nature herself. Fickle old sow that she is. But I always remembering to stop and take us in the air, lookest around thee. I don't care. I have a bunch of level 70s. Even if nature is thy foe, does not mean thou must fightest her. I'm glad I have beer for this. Instead, turns the lay of the land in thy favor. The creatures of this forest must have found a way past, letting us searching for their trail.
This bodeth
Hagen, Lind, to me side. And thank you, by the way, Roswell. I just want to go... I want to go beat some people up. That's all I want to do. What is it? Oh, my knee. Can we get in? Oh, I forgot about the drinking part, though. Guys, we're gonna fight a tree. Go forth, my friend. Rawr! That's a tree. That I don't want to fight the tree. It's creepy.
If thou darest. Let my arrow fly true.
Ugh.
What next?
You just make me want to watch King of the Hill now, Mr. Bushido.
Come, come. Letting the hunt begin.
I should have grinded animals before this, and I didn't realize that. And this is going to be really boring. And I apologize for that, but I could not have known this.
Coming, coming. Coming, if thou darest.
You're not wrong.
Letting my arrow fly and true.
Now go to your rooms and think about what you did.
Letting the hunt begin. Let's holding back nothing. Coming, if thou darest.
I apologize for this boring fight.
Letting the hunt begin. Letting the hunt begin. Holding back nothing.
It is an evil looking tree, but it's doing no damage to it, and basically we're just waiting till it dies. Oh good, now it poisoned us, okay. Oh good, it poisoned us. Great. How about I don't let you do that?
This will help us.
Especially a forest that looks like it has
Coming, if thou
children
darest.
growing from it.
What next?
Good.
Coming.
Oh, I don't want Dad at all. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Okay.
Trying this.
That's better. It's dead now.
I honor thee, my quarry.
I think Hainit's under-leveled, guys. So you know where to go next. Yes, from the moment I saw the landslide. Impressive, though I guess a hunter's most at home in the woods, eh? Thanks be to me training. My master has taught me well. I hear there's no fiend he couldn't slay. As a hunter he's without peer, but when he ventureth into town he is too easily tempted by the alehouse and games of chance. He lacketh anything resembling discipline. Sounds to me like you're being a bit harsh on him. Harsh? However so. Even the best of men fall prey to the temptations of the city. So it is true. So it truly is more fierce than the depths of forest. Deepest, whatever. So why couldn't we go this way? I just want to know.
Standest thou against me? Then be
Okay,
hunted.
Ulbrich, just... Oh, okay.
My turn now.
Well, Ulbrich, typically you murder everybody, but, This time we'll have...
I hope I grow more.
I mean, either way they can murder people. I'm just trying to get to the end game. Oh, it's a rock slide. I don't know how I didn't put 1 plus 1 together, but I didn't.
I will battle.
Victory shall be mine. Out of my way.
Okay.
What next?
My turn.
Alright, Ophelia, just do your stuff. I'm really just here to run through the stories as fast as I can. That way we can unlock the last story. Have I asked how everybody's day is going so far? I can't remember that sometimes.
Come on, I've got better things to do.
One.
How about you? Out of my way. Try this.
Knife.
I am not hurt. Ignis our dare. The flame guides us true. There is no choice.
The tier 3 emote is ready, by the way, for anybody that's interested, but I need to go ahead and implement it.
Ignis our
The tier 2 is there as well, but for some reason it's not working on my side, and I'm not entirely positive about that.
I hope I grow more able.
Why it's not. Maybe I can get it from the Twitch app. Pardon me. 6,000 gold. Good. I wasn't told it was proved to be fair, Suave. All I'm basing this off of really is...
I will battle.
Out of my way.
What am I basing this off of? Oh, that I, if I go into affiliate, it's there. I guess is what I'm waiting off of.
Now then.
Ah, they attacked me. Darn. Not as much experience. Alright, murder them all.
Ignis our dare. The flame guides us true.
And how long does it usually... It usually takes about 24 hours to approve, doesn't it, Roswell?
Now, let us hunt him.
Out of curiosity.
Try this. Victory shall be mine.
Well then. Ignis our dare.
Ah.
I am not made for
I know beer isn't good for me, but it is rather enjoyable. That's fair. I just don't think that this emote would be borderline anymore, but... I mean, I'm not in charge of Twitch, so... Who knows?
I'll make this quick. What?
I wish I was the senior vice president of moats. Maybe we'd get through it eventually. That would be really interesting.
I'll do my best. Ignis our dare.
All I'm glad for... I'm just gonna blame June, Austin. And I'm really glad that June is done. I'm glad that June is done. And I'll leave it at that. It's a certain month that's dedicated to stuff. That looks like that's a little sneaky hole over there.
Letting us begin.
Out of my way.
Yeah, essentially. Corporate companies do it for a month, and then as soon as July rolls around, they change their profile pictures again because they don't actually care. They just do it to feel hip. And sometimes, you know, guys, it's hip to be a square. Hip, hip. So hip to be a square. I want that. Hey, I like Shamrock Shakes. You take that back, sir. I mean, you're not wrong, Austin. Ooh. Does anybody happen to know if Chick-fil-A serves milkshakes in the morning? So I'm kind of feeling Chick-fil-A for breakfast, but I really want one of their peach shakes. Because their peach shakes are really good.
I hope I grow more able.
Hey, I sweated today. I had to go out and mow the lawn in 95-degree weather. Leave me alone. I want my shake. You're not entirely wrong, though. I know you do.
Let us fight with honor.
I did invoke Hypnos. It's a good song.
My turn now.
So hip to be a square.
Ignis our dare.
Let's see.
The flame guides us true.
Which, is it the B-movie meme, Punch? Because I'm referencing Sesame Street, actually. I might not be aware of this meme. What is this meme?
It's a good day for battle. Now then.
Letting the hunt begin.
Ignis our dare.
He did beat DK64, Austin. You missed it.
Guides us true.
Unfortunately. It was a pretty good time. Ooh. Oh, yeah. Punch definitely does VODs. I technically have a bunch of VODs on YouTube that I need to work on actually making not private. That would be a good step. But I haven't done that yet. One of these days I will. One of these days. Let me see how far behind I am, because I'm curious. Maybe I should do this off stream, but now I'm curious. At least 20. I have at least 20 video on demands I need to. Give me a second, guys. I might have to wait until... Alright, I will take a look at that afterwards. I was gonna play that on stream, and then I saw the word, and it was like, maybe I shouldn't play that on a family-friendly stream. Which would be my fault, obviously, not yours.
I see.
A battle was fought here. Wait, is there a voice acting? But was not beast versus beast. The destruction lieth only on one side of the field. No, that's fair. Here the rocks are marked with, yes, nicks made by steel weapons. Bad footprints too, the signs of man. This fletching, there's no mistaking. This is one of Master's arrows. He was among those who fought here. Was his father's red eye. Can we just get to the boss? The trail continues further into woods. We must follow it. Gree. When did we get Princess Mononoke? Gree. Gree. The Lord of the Forest is in a foul temper, I see. It cometh. It dieth.
Come if this beest thy will.
Victory shall be
Yeah, it's gonna die here momentarily. I hope you guys don't like seeing the Lord of the Forest for too long, because, I have a sneaking suspicion it's not going to be a lot round long.
Letting my arrow fly and true. What shall cast?
Didn't want that. Eh. You win some, you lose some.
Here you go.
Hey, who cares what the forest needs, Mr. Bushido? What has the forest done for me lately? Tried to attack me, that's what.
Here you go.
What next? Come. What shall cast?
Hey, it's just self-defense. They attacked me first.
The battle is true.
I was really hoping for something useful there. Oh well.
Anger not the tiger.
Alright, let's finish it. Oh wow! Not dead. I'm a bit surprised.
Keep it up.
Victory.
I hope you guys didn't want the forest to live for too long.
With us.
Rest in peace, forest.
With each battle, I grow stronger.
A formidable beast. But this was not the red eye that Master
Now,
saw.
be honest here. Who does the better voice for Hainit? Is the better voice for Hainit mine, where it's a formidable beast, but this was not the red eye that Master sought? Or is it Hainit's voice actress? Personally,
Which meaneth our true quarry lieth deeper within the
I mean,
forest.
I'm a little biased. I think mine is better. I think mine is better. Period. I mean, mine is probably funnier, but I definitely think that mine more meets the style of Octopath Traveler. It's supposed to be playing back to the 90s where RPGs were a thing, right? And they got terrible voice actors. So technically, I am the better role for Hainit. I'm just putting it out there.
Master.
It's a stone, Luigi. You didn't make it.
Stone. What unholy thing happened here?
I don't know why I found that so funny at the moment.
Another of Master's arrows.
Ooh. See, I think that the original Symphony of the Night voice acting is better than the remake, though. But maybe that's just because it's what I'm used to. That's a tough one.
Did this fate befall him even as he drew his bow? There is a note tied to the shaft.
To
Richter.
whoever readest this,
I had to think about it. It's the one with Richter, Austin. And, Alucard.
like as not, thou foundest.
Travis is the one in
That's me, the hunter.
a really bad PS2 game, which you'll see here in November or in October, Austin. So, thanks. And Dracula or Castlevania 3. Ugh, pardon me.
I was commissioned by the Knights Ardent to hunt
I need to
the
order
beast
that
they
game,
call
actually.
Red Eye. A beast that hath left me in this unfortunate state.
That's true. Archeado was one of his better names, Punch. I can't remember his first name for Archeado, though, because Archeado is his last name for that, isn't it? Isn't it like Genya? You take that back, Austin.
Among Red Eye's formidable powers is the ability to petrify. Already, my
You take that back.
turret
Netflix,
solid rock.
aside from all the problems that the Castlevania anime has, Netflix in of itself is bad.
I have but a short time to pen this message before the curse overtaketh me completely. In a village called...
Am I gonna have to do Castlevania
there
month
is a
early?
singer by the name of Susanna.
Are we gonna have to have October in August? Is that what's gonna happen here? Is October coming in August, guys?
Surely she shall knoweth what to done about this petrification. It is a faint hope, but the only one that remaineth.
I regret even suggesting that. Alright, we're doing Castlevania in August.
This
We can do
beast
Dark Souls in
cannot be
October.
allowed to run amok. It is far too dangerous, too savage. Pray help with me, not for my sake, but for the innocents who dieth if this creature is not put down.
So I'm not paying attention. Can somebody summarize the plot for the guy playing? Is it basically bad beast bad? Shoot, shoot, shoot.
Master.
And Honnet, if thou art reading this, pray forgive us this old man for not keeping that promise.
The old fool. Even as he was turning to stone.
I still don't know why I find it funny, but I'm gonna say it again. It's a stone, Luigi! You didn't make it! Apparently when I drink too many beers, I start memeing more than usual. Somebody sober me up, quick.
So thou wilt stay in and watchest over him.
I mean, you're just tying this in more and more to Castlevania, Mr. Bushido.
That is good. I will seek out this seer Susanna.
Yeah, that annoyed me too, Punch. My guess is it's like Final Fantasy IV. Have a good night, Gabe. Thank you for joining. I appreciate it. Yeah, my guess is it's like Final Fantasy IV stoning, Punch, where it makes the user think that they want to turn to stone, so they can't unstone. Because in Final Fantasy IV, you had two characters turn to stone to save the party, but since they stoned themselves voluntarily, you couldn't undo it. So maybe it makes them think, I want to become stone. I wish to be a bird. Ska. No, wait, I wish to have birds. I wish to have birds. I wish to be a gargoyle. Scraw. Scraw. That is good. I will seek out this seer. That is good. I will seek out this seer Susanna. I'm just saying that's the best reasoning I can think of, Punch. And pray she knoweth the way to breaking the curse.
Fearest not, Master. We will save you. Of this I swear.
That sounds like you just ate half a pot brownie, Austin. I'm trying to be family friendly, but we keep saying stoned. It's hard.
I should first return to Natalia and tell her what we have found.
I mean, Austin might have a point. Because if your entire team is petrified... If your entire team is petrified, you do lose the game. Your master is an impressive man. Hmm. Well, pardon me. It is in our most trying moments that our true character is revealed. Your master refused to yield, even as his limbs turned to solid stone. There are few with the wits to know what must be done at such a time, and fewer still with the composure to act upon it. That is true, Punch. Through his courage, he instilled in you the gift of hope. If that is not greatness, then I know not what is. Truth be told, I had ne'er heard such praise bestowed upon him. I look forward to the day the three of us can sit down and share a drink. But not, thou shouldst know that he turneth most tedious when the mead started flowing. Endless tall tales of the great beast he had haunted, each repeated thrice for good measure. I see. Perhaps just soup and barley tea, then. See, I don't know why, Punch, but now with you saying jerk of a wizard, I want to play Longest Journey, and I want to trap some wizards and calculators. Is that too much to ask? I want to trap some wizards and calculators. That is a sentence that just came out of my mouth. Admittedly, it does happen in the game. It's a real thing, Roswav, yes. That is a thing that actually does happen in The Longest Journey.
It's good to see you.
Oh, there you are, dear. Did you find him? It's a hard one, honestly, Punch. We did, however. Like,
What?
I'm not proud of this, but I can't do point and clicks without a guide. I'm not that smart. That's how I've gotten through The Longest Journey. And while I really like the story to The Longest Journey, and The Longest Journey is probably in my top 20 games. The beast turned him into stone. That is a good point, Austin. If his letters speak true, then yes. Yeah, like... The first 3 hours are pretty disappointing, honestly, Punch. But then once you get past the first... Alright, Punch. I know which game I'm doing after Octopath Traveler now. It was going to be Bait and Katos. we'll put Bait and Kaitos on a slight back burner. I can probably breeze through The Longest Journey in about 5 or so streams. I think it's only a 20-hour game. You'll see both. As I said, it's a slight back burner. 1 second. How long to beat? Like, I'll be using a guide for The Longest Journey, so... that should also cut down on it a little bit. 20 hours. So, that should be about 5 streams. So, it'll be a quick 5-stream gallivant through The Longest Journey. We'll move on to Beta and Katos. Everybody's happy. I do not know how we can bring him back, but I will find a way. I will begin by finding the seer called Susanna. In hunting, thou must never abandon the chase. Master taught me this. If I am to truly call myself his apprentice, I must see this hunt through to the very end. Indeed. Ha ha, it's a queer thing. You and Zanta are different in so many ways. Yet at times like this, your eyes glitter in the same way. You both have the same steel inside you. When you set your mind... why am I giving you the same voice?
Truly.
Is that so? Haha, I reckon it is. Almost like father and daughter, you might say. Now, who could that be, if you'll excuse me? It's the plot. The plot has come. Hello, plot. Linda's working on their roar. Someone thou knowest, girl? Thought I recognized that mule. Liza, what art thou doing here? We had no word from Santa for weeks. I came to find him. In his most recent missive, he said he was coming to this town in pursuit of the beast. It was the last I heard from him as well. Whatever has happened here, you must tell me all you know. Oh good, we don't have to reread it.
God's a mercy for a hunter of Zanta's skill to succumb.
Sidekick that nobody wants, but has no power to stop. Ooh, C-Punch. You might regret that, because then that would mean Hammer would probably be the sidekick that nobody wants, but has no power to stop for Xenogears. Just saying. Careful what you wish for here. Yeah.
I would hear all thou knowest.
Oh, does that mean that Jar Jar Binks would be the... could be a sidekick? Yeah, okay, I'm signed up for this. Let's do this. I would hear all thou knowest about this red eye. I fear I know very little. Nothing even.
The nights are
Oh, there's
dark,
actually
so
voice
bid
acting.
me higher, Zanta.
I want to enjoy my
They
beer.
told me nothing more. But it is clear they must have known the danger.
Then why send one man to face the monster alone?
Not any man.
Can the big cat be voiced by John St. John Punch?
So great was the peril, they could turn to no one else. On the hunt, no one could match his speed, his guile.
Oh! I'm here to kick ass and steal children, and I'm all out of ass. This is supposed to be a family-friendly stream. I think I just took it too far. I apologize.
If they had sent a
I'm
regiment,
apologizing.
he would have squandered his
I've had 2
strength just to
beers.
keep them alive, or so they said.
It is true. Our village wanteth not for skilled hunters, but even the Best of them would only...
Yeah, I kind of made a mistake, honestly, Roswell. I kind of didn't fully think it out there.
The knight's judgment was correct.
I put in I'm a very big lightweight. That's what I do, Roswell. If I typically start to drink a lot, then I can handle a lot more. But if I only have a couple beers now and then, I can't hold my weight at all. Which is funny, considering, you know,
Taste in your mouth, yes. It is the same for me.
I'm almost 300 pounds.
By sending one man alone, we declared to the world our own weakness. Now it falls to me to hunt Red Eye in Zanta's
Can I just hunt him?
Hunt it. You have another duty. You must go and find
Can I just hunt him?
Yes. It was Master's last command, before the curse overtook him. I will find the means to free him of it. I must.
Pardon.
Zanta's lucky to have such capable friends.
My skill in the hunt is hardly the measure of his, but he needs me, and I will do what I can. Countless times Zanta has lent me his strength and courage. Now it is time to give of mine. I shall send word if I learn more of this Red Eye.
Thank thee. Fearing not, we will save
I just want to
Master.
do a little bit of grinding so you don't suck. We got more travel banter. I've heard much of this, Eliza. Aye, indeed, the knights are the altar and servants of thine order, yes. Indeed, she is well respected by the church and known as one of its most loyal servants. 'Tis a terrible waste that she maintaineth this friendship with my master. She honoureth him with her company, yet he is naught but a source of vexation and worry. She is a noble and beautiful woman. Would that I could be more like that. I know what you mean. She's a role model to us all. Truly, even a beauty such as thyself. But oh come now, you're more beautiful than any of us. We should spend more time together. What sayest thou? Like that very much, ain't it? But who says I'd like that? I don't know. Double ellipses. Did it. No more dialogue.
On it, wait.
Want fight. Want shoot.
Natalia?
I'm so glad I caught you. Here, this is for your journey.
There was no need for thee to...
It's a trifle, compared to what you and Eliza are doing. Zanta was a good friend to me, after my husband passed away and all. Now I can't go fight no monsters like you two.
Yes, but...
So the least I can do is help you on your journey. Let me do that much at least.
Of course. Thank thee for the gift.
And, one more thing. Promise me you won't do anything foolish now, will ya? Even for Zanta's sake.
I just want to fight stuff.
I will be cautious. After all, I'll be of no use to Master if I get myself killed.
Exactly. Good luck to you on it.
Thank thee. I promise that I will return. And Master...
Like, I'm not gonna lie, I have no interest in these 8 main stories. I just want to get to the end game story, but I still also happen to hate leaving something untold. And thus Hanet leaves Stone Guard behind her. Her new quest to save Zanta from his petrified fate. She must find the sphere, Susanna, named in Xanta's last message. Though it be but a glimmer, it is hope nonetheless. And so she sets out for the Frostlands in the village of Still Snow. It seems that our journey is... Oh man, that was a little tougher than I meant to do. We done? Cool. So, next one's up here. Not going there yet. Let's go to Dusk Barrow. Da 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 da. Actually, I think I have the Duke Nukem thing stuck in my head, Mr. Bushido, or maybe it's the. Honestly, Duke Nukem, Terminator, and Doom all sound somewhat similar. Pardon me.
Let us fight with honor. Yes. How about you?
Ignis Ardere.
Yay!
I am not made for such battles.
We're just gonna do a little bit of leveling to get painted up. We'll do some prayers here in a second. I think we're still missing one anyways. Well, we won't be able to stop you from attacking us, so. However, maybe you just won't attack us. That'd be nice.
The flame guides us true.
I'm also looking for Beast for Hina to acquire, but everybody keeps dying before she can. Nope, that will not have what we need.
There is no choice. I'll do my best. Glacius Quantum! I am not made for such battles.
I'm really just basically trying. I've said this. Also, it's hot down here. Also, I would not recommend waiting a month to mow your lawn. I'd done the front yard, but with how busy I am from work, I kind of forgot to do the backyard for a month. It wasn't the worst thing, but it definitely was. It was long.
I am not made for such battles.
We'll do one more fight, and then we'll do prayers. Maybe two more fights.
Let us begin. Let the hunt.
I'm not necessarily opposed to that. Chance of success 0%. That's not so good.
How about you?
My turn. Tanager Overreach. I am not made for such battles.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with 2-hit snakes. We can beat that up. The tree thing is kind of creepy. Yeah, like the tree thing is a bit creepy, actually. I'll agree with that.
It's a good day for battle.
My turn. Nitrous Connect.
Oh, you're still alive. Alright, time to bust out the axe then. And now you aren't.
With each battle, I grow stronger.
Well, if anything, Metroid Fusion has shown us what happens if we let nature just happen to go ahead and continue unabated. It happens to get all up in our business, and we just can't have that. Alright, we're going to go ahead and do some prayers, and then we'll go ahead and continue on. In the name of the Father, Son, Holy Spirit, Amen. Saint Michael the Archangel, defend us in battle. Be our protection against the wickedness and snares of the devil. May God rebuke him, I humbly pray, and do thou, Prince of the Host, by the power of God, cast into hell Satan and all evil spirits who prowl about the world, seeking the ruin of souls. Amen. Lord, I know not what I should ask of thee. Thou alone know what I need. Thou lovest me better than I know how to love myself. O Father, give to thy child that which he himself knows not how to ask. I dare not ask either for crosses or consolations. I simply present myself before thee. I open my heart to thee. Behold, my needs which I know not myself. See and do according to thy tender mercy. Smite or heal, depress me or raise me up. I adore all thy purposes without knowing them. I am silent. I offer myself in sacrifice. I yield myself to thee. I would have no other desire than to accomplish thy will. Teach me to pray. Pray thyself in me. Amen. You know, we'll offer this prayer up in case somebody's been having a bad day. During this terrible day, you have been kind enough to protect me. I make haste to thank you, but I am thinking of all the time of the many who have fallen, my officers and my comrades. May they receive from you all the rewards, the peace, and the rest that are reserved for brave men who did their best. Give their unhappy families, please, the consolation of believing in your kindness and love. Amen. We'll do that prayer for all the people that serve in the military. Saint Maximilian Kolbe, pray for us. In the name of the Father, Son, Holy Spirit, Amen. Alright, we'll do a little bit more grinding, then we will continue on with the main game. Tomorrow's going to be Twilight Princess, by the way. I'd like to actually finally finish Twilight Princess. I'm hoping I can finish it this week. I think I'm pretty close to being done, actually. But I'm not positive, so I guess we'll see. I actually have, since I'm available this week, I'm taking advantage of that, and I'm glad to be doing so.
No, you don't.
Sorcery.
My turn now. Nitrous
Like, typically I can only do Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and even then, typically when I only do those, one of those days gets canceled, unfortunately, due to some kind of reason. Typically it's me hanging out with my family, which, you know, I kind of like doing a little bit. I'll be honest. I like spending time with my family.
Come on, I've got better things.
I agree, Therion. I too have better things to do. So let's go ahead and just, you know, finish them off.
My Glacius Quantum! I am not made for such battles.
Aw, Hannah didn't get a level that time. She's gotten to the point where she doesn't gain a level each time. That's unfortunate.
Standest thou against me? Then be hunting.
I'll do my best.
Oh. Uh-oh. I wasn't paying attention.
My turn.
Well, probably won't hit all of them, but it'll do. Unless it misses, it'll do decent damage. That's the one bad thing, that he does miss some good. Ooh, maybe. Worth a shot.
No.
Not dead, admittedly.
My turn now.
What next?
That does happen to go up. I wish I'd waited. Sounds about right.
Victory shall be mine.
Here you go.
I'll do my best.
Alright, Hannah, I think you should be able to capture them pretty much 100% guaranteed now. Oh wow, not even close. Well. Alright, we got one. Good job, me.
What next?
About what I figured.
The battle is true. With each battle, I grow stronger.
I think we leveled enough here. May as well not level in the same area so it's not terribly boring. And we can also get different monsters for capturing potentially this way too, so not a bad thing to change it up. Well, why not? Let's see, skills. What else am I going to spend it on for you? There's stuff to capture. There's something I'd like to capture, but I don't think we're going to be able to.
My turn now.
Maybe if I don't boost. It's still alive.
No, I think not.
Here you go.
No, I think not.
What next?
Still only 50%.
My turn now.
Alright, let's just murder it. It had a better chance of living if it didn't decide to kill itself. That didn't make any sense.
I'll make this quick.
Well then,
Demon goat must die. Don't want any of those in my party.
Lux Conjurer!
I'm very specific.
I hope I've grown more able.
I don't think I can capture you guys,
Well then,
but just in case I can.
Lux Conjurer!
Victory shall be mine. Out of my way.
Out of my way.
Played a little dicey there.
Don't
Didn't
start
actually get a check. I
camping.
thought Therion wouldn't do enough damage, and then Therion murdered him. I mean, to be fair, that is fair. It is Therion's job. I was still hoping otherwise.
I will battle.
Victory shall be mine. My turn.
My turn now. Lux
Oh.
Letting the hunt begin.
It does raise it to 9%. It is better than 7%. But that is also what I expected.
Letting the hunt begin.
Can't hurt to try.
I will not be defeated. No, you will not.
The battle is truly, I think not.
Letting the hunt begin.
Here you go.
This will be our best chance at it.
Now then, I think not.
Well then, no, you will not.
No, you don't.
Letting the holding back nothing.
14%. What are Skaven from again? They're from, Warhammer, right? Yeah.
And that's that.
I was gonna say, I would be down for streaming that sometime, by the way. Vermintide. They do kind of look like them, don't they? I have Vermintide 1 and 2 in my library. I have not played Vermintide 2 yet. I played Vermintide 1, and I enjoyed it, but I have not played it. Oh, I appreciate... You don't have to do that, Mr. Bushido. I appreciate it, though. Thank you.
Let us fight with honor. Have at you.
Letting my arrow fly in true.
Do you want... anybody care about spoilers before I happen to go ahead and do it? Since Punch is asking? I'm assuming most people don't care. Okay. Basically a fallen god, Punch. That's who the villain is.
Glacius Pontaine! I hope
the whole thing is there's a lady that happens to be his daughter, if I'm remembering correctly. So she's trying to go ahead and set up the whole thing. Most of the stories interconnect. Like for Ulberich, how his kingdom fell. The reason his kingdom fell was because the gate that was there was because that was the gate that was keeping the demon in.
Not be defeated.
Why do it? The enemy that we're currently going for Hainit, the Deadeye, happens to have been one of the people that originally locked away the fallen god. So there's sprinklings of the story throughout all the game, but yeah, it's honestly pretty basic. There's nothing terribly like, yeah.
This is the beginning of your end.
The battle is truly joy.
See, my curse is I like to go ahead and look stuff up before I finish the game. It typically does not make me enjoy games more, honestly, but for some reason I really enjoy doing it. It's not a good plan. It just makes you kind of bored by the games by the time you're done with them, really.
The flame guides us true.
Well, Ophelia is almost leveled up, as has Hainit. Good. Good.
Standest thou against me? Then be hunted.
The battle is truly joy. Out of my way!
I'll do my best.
Let's see if this kills them all or not.
Glacius Quantum!
It did. Probably should not have powered up then.
I am not made for such battles.
Oh, pardon me.
It's a good day for battle.
Fire, Scarecrow.
No, you don't.
The battle is truly joy. I think not.
My turn now. Ignis Ardere!
They didn't die, which is what I wanted, admittedly.
What next?
18%, not bad. They're not very strong, though, are they? Okay. No thank you. This ain't gonna do much damage. Nope. Not enough to finish him. Yeah, you can attack Ophelia with that. That's fine.
The battle is truly joy.
My turn. Ignis Ardere!
Alright, on to the next endgame area. I've gotten bored grinding this section.
The flame guides us true.
And it is getting pretty decent, though. Let's see. The next one is... Let's see. This will probably be the last one, as long as I get a pet. Then we'll go continue Haynet's story a little bit. Did I talk to you? Apparently not. I promised you coin. Here it is. Now bring us the best wheat you got. Yes, of course. Well, me, look who it is. It's me, Reggie. We sent that wretch Werner back to Eck where he belongs, remember? No. No, I don't. 1 second. Werner. Octopath Traveler. His body is ready. My body is ready. Da, 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 da. Oh, okay. I do remember that then. Well, now I want to play that song. 1 second. I don't remember how appropriate this song is, but we're going to find out.
My body is ready. My body is ready. My body is ready. My body is ready. My body is ready.
You brought this really upon yourself, Bunch.
My body is ready. My body is ready. My body is ready. My body is ready.
Yeah.
My body is ready.
I think that's enough, though. Everything on the internet is a song. Even the townsfolk here, doing what they... Oh man, I can't read now. And his lordship is working hard enough to put the rest of us to shame. Now it's just a matter of time before this place is back to where it used to be. Looks like another merchant's made his way here. 1 second, mate. I'll leave the rest to you, but will you leave the rest to sleepy times? Okay. Sure, I guess. Why not? I don't believe my eyes. Where did you get that? Oh, I don't know. Thank you so much, mate. Let's get it to his lordship right away. Okay. Do I get nuts? Reggie, what's the matter? Oh, you brought a familiar face with you. Lord Harold, we wanted to give you something. How'd you get this, Reggie? I very clearly recall selling it. Our friend here brought it back for you. I wish you would have told us, sir. Nobody wants to see you selling your precious mementos like that. I understand, but Werner's reign began when my father fell from power. As his son, I have a responsibility to the townspeople to atone for that. Kind of, but not really. Whenever I think of those who lost friends or family, an heirloom appears a mere trinket. That's enough, sir. Reggie? Everyone here knows how hard you worked to put this town back together. There ain't no doubt about it. If atonement's what you're aiming for, you've already gone above and beyond it. This necklace, heirloom or trinket or what have you, belongs in your hands. I hope it helps you as much as you've helped a lot of us. Now it's time you stop staring at the past and focus on the future. You're right, Reggie. I've been so obsessed with making amends I lost sight of what was truly important. Sleep. This necklace will be both a precious reminder of my family and of this day. Sleep is precious. Thank you, both of you. It's not the most precious thing, but sleep is pretty precious. What nuts. Maybe I'll stop complaining in a second. What nuts. Exactly. Yes, Punch. Thank you. It's really the only way to do it. Well, it goes up, I guess. But why don't I save this for the person that might actually need it now that I think about it? Man, I haven't seen old SpongeBob in a while. And I don't know if I want to, because then I'll want to watch new SpongeBob. And then I'll cry, just like I wanted to when I was watching Simpsons, and then I cried. Because new Simpsons is not good. New Simpsons is very much a thing, but I'm honestly still surprised Simpsons has been around for 35 years? Sounds right.
What next?
0% chance. Awesome. SpongeBob never took a break. SpongeBob is up to its 20th season, I think? Seasons. How is it only 12? Huh. $245 episodes. Interesting. Ah, that's why it's only 12. Apparently, Season 9 took 5 years? Why did Season 9 take 5 years? To be fair, Season 2 took 3 years. Season 3 took 3 years. So it's not out of the ordinary. Why am I looking at SpongeBob?
My turn now. Ignis Ardere.
The battle is truly joined. I think not.
I think not.
Have at you. I think not.
Come in, if thou
I mean, you're not wrong, Punch. I'm sure the FBI would like to know a lot of things about me. And through Facebook, they can. That's depressing, but true. Yeah. Peace will leave me.
Well then.
Beat up the other guy then.
Here you go.
You know, if Twitch would approve my emote, I would have a perfect emote. Now that I think about it, Punch, but I don't because they won't approve my emote.
Now then, I will cut you down.
Time for you guys to all go. Stop. Exactly.
Each battle, I grow stronger.
Like, because the FBI would show up at my door. That's what I mean. Not for you to stop. I don't know if I made that clear. Did I? Yeah, I did. Okay, good. Cat!
Victory shall be mine.
Murder the cat. Murder it, murder it, murder it, murder it, murder it fast.
Have a taste of this.
Don't you do it, cat. Okay, that's fine. Do that.
Glacius Croquet.
Yay! Experience!
I am not
Come
made
to
for
me!
such battles.
Ah. Not the most amount of experience, but it's not awful. Oh, pardon me. There is 3 types of Cat's Punch that can appear randomly. Basically, the fat cat that we just saw gives about 3,000 experience, which is pretty decent experience for a regular Mook enemy. He also gave about 30,000 gold and 1,000 AP. So it's a uncommon enemy, but definitely if you can kill him, definitely something to go for.
Well then. Glacius Quadet!
I'm supposed to be capturing people with Hainit.
Flame guides us true.
And then, especially if you can make it so you break somebody's, which I don't know why it didn't work on that, but my brain just isn't firing on all cylinders is my excuse. You get bonus experience is what I'm trying to say. It's good.
Good day for battle.
I'll do my.
I didn't like how you said that, Ophelia.
I am not made for such battles.
Ulbricht's almost leveled up. It's been a while since he's leveled up. Which is nice. Okay, I'm looking for one specific enemy while we're in here. Once I get that one specific enemy, I'm gonna call it good. 'Cause I'm tired. And admittedly, it's my fault that we started a little bit late, but hopefully I'll be able to make up for that tomorrow with Twilight Princess. I'm hoping for a 3-hour Twilight Princess stream.
I'll do my best.
Here you go.
Come, holding back nothing.
Better than nothing. Unless, of course, it doesn't happen to go. Just murder them.
May the sacred flame shine forth. I hope I've grown more able.
I just went back to... I'm an idiot. I'm glad I'm an idiot. There you are.
Standest thou
I was
against
looking
me?
for you.
Then be hunted. Come in if thou darest.
I don't need high damage, so... Technically, really, I need the opposite of high damage at the moment.
Here you go.
My turn.
Have at you.
You still do a lot of damage with a weapon that I wasn't expecting it to do a lot of damage. Alright. That is not, however. Don't miss. Naughty.
My turn.
Letting my arrow fly and true. Holding back nothing.
Then...
Come in if thou.
My turn.
Good job missing.
Victory shall
Ugh,
be mine.
I don't want to risk this too much.
beginning.
Good. Excellent. Everything has gone well. This would be really nice. Yeah, okay.
Here you go.
I'll not be defeated.
No.
Letting the hunt beginning.
I don't think go up.
Letting the hunt beginning.
I really should have attacked there. Oh well.
My turn.
I'll not be defeated.
When the mage hits better than you do, that's not a great thing.
Letting
Just so
the
you know,
hunt
Therian.
beginning.
At least you weren't upshowed by the person that happens to be weaker than you. That's a net positive.
My way.
I'll not be defeated.
Out of my way.
Okay.
My
Nope.
turn.
Yeah, that's fine actually.
Letting
Well, we've gone from 1%. That is indeed an absurd capture rate. You are absolutely correct, Punch.
How about you? I'm ready. Are you? Here you go.
We might get one more chance at it, though.
Victory shall be
Not with you, we
mine.
won't.
I think not.
I'll do my best.
letting the hunt beginning. What next?
How about you? I think not.
I'll not.
Oh, let's be slower capture. It's at 2% now. 4%. Good.
How about you?
I was gonna say, it either dies or... Once Hainit gets a couple levels, maybe she could. But obviously she's not ready for it yet, so... I was just hoping maybe... Oh, hey, there's a chest up here. That's nice. That's gold. Something I have a lot of. Cat!
I'll do my best.
Die, cat, die. Yeah! Bunch of experience. First
I am not
turn.
made for such battles.
Okay, so... Almost 4,000 experience. Almost 2,000 JP. And over 60,000 gold. So yeah, that's why you want the cats. I forgot to see if you could capture the cat. I'm going to bed. Oh well, whatever. Do a little more grinding.
This is
It's been a while since we've seen a double cat, though.
The battle is truly joy.
Let's see. Yeah.
My turn.
Well, you're almost dead. That admittedly wasn't quite what I was going for.
Here you go.
Coming, holding back nothing.
Okay, good. We at least got one semi-hard capture tonight. Good. I'm okay with that. Should mean when we happen to go back to it on Wednesday, I think,
I am not made for
we
such
should be able to get we should be able to do Hainit's stuff a lot more easily than we did the other. It's 11:59. We're gonna call it good. We're gonna go and get ready for when we do Hainit's. And level 38. So Hainit is the proper level. A little bit above it, in fact. We actually have beasts now that don't suck a lot. I know you have skins on, but it still doesn't look like you have skins on. And Hainit is level 40, so she is above the level now. There's this. No, I want up. There we go. And now it's bedtime, because I'm tired. Tomorrow will be Twilight Princess HD. I'm trying to remember where we were last time. We got the horse whistle. So now we can toot on our flute for Shadowfax whenever we want. Yes, good luck tomorrow, Punch. I assume you're starting your moving tomorrow, which is not going to be... I know how that goes. And I haven't done cross-country moving since I was a kid, so I don't even know the full extent, so... Good luck. I'll keep you in my prayers. If you do need help, let me know. Yeah. So, alright. Thank you very much, everybody. You make sure you all have a wonderful night. God bless, and remember that God loves each and every one of you. Good night, Punch. Good night, Mr. Bushido. Good night, Roswav. Good night, Austin. I'm about to pass out. Anybody else? Night, Punch. God bless. Bleh. Bleh. Good night, everybody. God bless. Remember that God loves each and every one of you. Go and sin no more. Good night.